What's up, bros? Today we are reviewing 2018-19 NHL Sticker Collection by Panini, as always. Let's get it going with the album. And to start, I have a very simple question to all of you. So Panini encourages us to collect the hottest rookies of 17-18 season. Could somebody please explain me what prevents Panini from putting hottest rooks of 18-19 season into this album? And as always, we get started with the awards. This had been the first page of the album, I think, for the last 3 years. And oops, there are actually some pretty drastic changes this year, because before, for each team there were only 9 players, and this year Panini actually increased the number of players to 12, which is pretty shocking, like I should tell you. So the page design is the logo of the team, then 3 star players and 12 players, and star players are also repeated as regular players, like Teuvo Teräväinen is both as a regular player and as a star player. Pretty amazing. The sticker size seems to be pretty much the same as last year. How did they manage to fit the 12 stickers instead of 9 stickers? So last year there was this interesting fact about the team, and now, like, it's brought here under the team's logo. Yeah, so is Mike Hoffman in Florida? No, he's not. So it seems that Pacioretty is still with Hubs, but it's a pretty recent trade. What about Galchenyuk? That's actually good that they have updated Galchenyuk, so he's not with Canadiens anymore. And is Pajama Boy? Yes, so Pajama Boy is not here, so they updated rosters like pretty well, because for instance, Upper Deck is still printing Tavares in Islanders in OPG and MVP. I hope they will update it for artifacts, but let's be completely honest, it's not a very likely case. So Mike Hoffman is also not here, so this is updated. Yeah, it's actually pretty amazing that they made 12 players per team. The only problem is that this year there's only gonna be 5 stickers per pack. Yeah, and Pajama Boy is in Toronto, so nice job from Panini in updating the rosters. This year there's gonna be only 5 stickers per pack, so completing all this mess is actually gonna take a lot of effort if they increase the number of stickers by 3 in each team, so it's like something plus 90 stickers. Pretty shocking, I should say. It seems that teams are just arranging the album by the conference, first East and then West, and inside each conference they're just arranged alphabetically, so not by division. So it's Minnesota, Nashville, San Jose, St. Louis with Vladimir Tarasenko, and Brock Boeser almost hit 30 goals last year. Jets, like I don't know, somebody like teach Line how to shave. And okay, so and then like classic games. Also like this year, like this classic games, there are 4 stickers per game. I think last year it was 2. NHL All-Star competition and full All-Star rosters. And Stanley Cup. Luckily, last year there were only 5 games in Stanley Cup finals, so it helped to reduce the number of stickers. Yeah, that's actually 575 stickers in the album. That's a pretty steep increase. I think last year there were like 510 or something like that. So it's 65 new stickers, and also a lot of players at the back. So last year Panini did separate albums for Canada and for the US. I think this year there's gonna be only one album, and gonna be the same album everywhere in the US, Canada, and Europe. As usual, the box design is identical to the album design. What is really bad this year is there are only 5 stickers per pack, and the cost of the pack unfortunately didn't go down. It's still the recommended retail price is $1 per pack. You can get it slightly cheaper on eBay or from online retailers. And we start with a 2-meter long Yeoman Zdeno Hara. This year they decided to bring this basic player information to the sticker itself because they needed to fit extra sticker in each row in order to have 12 stickers. So this results in the fact that the picture itself is slightly smaller. But you can still see the face, although I would obviously prefer a slightly closer picture. And the back encourages us to get the Panini Direct app. TJ Brody. It's funny like that the first 2 stickers are from the teams which opened the season in China, and I think that's an all-star photo of Drew Doughty. I'm expecting a lot from Los Angeles this season after they signed Kovalchuk and Henrik Lundqvist, the aging star, the aging King Henrik, King of New York, and that's the final Stanley Cup final stickers. Oh my God! So the star player design is very different from the last year. So the background had these skid marks. I think in its card collections, Panini calls this a velocity effect. And the players themselves are made as bobbleheads, so this is similar to the NFL Sticker Collection this year. Honestly, I'm not a fan of these bobblehead figures, and I would prefer a close-up black and white photos of star players like they did last year. But at least Panini is trying to innovate, and that's always good. And Golden Knights logo, so the logo, I would prefer the logo itself to be like bigger with all this stupid Vegas Golden Knights text, because it's clear which logo it teammate represents Victor Rask from Carolina. Oscar Klefbom together with Adam Larsson, the first line defenders, and Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, well, shiny stickers are clearly not very rare. This year, Karo Söderberg, Sven Berchi, the Swiss, our Swiss bro, and Stanley Cup champions logo, and awards of William Karlsson, Lady Bink Trophy. I don't remember Lady Bink Trophy. I think the most gentleman-like player or something like that. Chris Letang and Pavel Buchnevich, my PC player. You can see like my Pavel Buchnevich collection on my card collection on my channel. TJ Oshie. Oh my god, like this looks weird, and it's surely what Panini was smoking with. Aaron Ekblad. I actually was expecting that Aaron Ekblad will be the captain of Florida this year, but for some reason they picked up Alex Burkov. Blake Wheeler, and there's some Conn Smythe Trophy. What is it, like the most valuable player in the playoffs or something like that? Craig Anderson, Justin Funk, Jimmy Benn, like got like a Dallas failed this past season. I don't know if you have like players like Jimmy Benn, Seguin, Radulov, and you can't even make the playoffs. Travis Samonic, actually a former New York Islander. Darno Nurse. It's hard to believe, but like the skillful management of. Oh, so apparently not all star players are bobbleheads. Like that's a regular star player. It has a clother photo and it's a regular photo. So. Eric Johnson, the first overall pick, yeah, like scores something like 20 points per game, but Patrice Bergeron, Paul Stastny, and Taylor Hall. Like I don't know how do you award like Taylor Hall in an MVP title in the league where there are players like Crosby, Ovechkin, Carlson, Brian Elliott. I thought that he was with St. Louis, but apparently not. Evander Kane, former Buffalo Sabre. Yeah, of course, this album is gonna be a huge pain to complete. Like so, there are. Yeah, Jonathan Huberdeau. I think he was the Rook of the Year in this lockout season, post-lockout season 13-14. I have his shield, his rookie shield from Panini Prime. Sid the Kid. Yeah, this set is going to be a huge pain to complete because there are almost 600 stickers and there are 5 stickers per pack, so you need to buy 120 just to buy 120 packs to simply complete it, even without doubles. Oh my god, like that's almost like identical stickers. I thought that I'm getting like a double, like the position of Sato and Granlund are almost the same. Charlie McAvoy, a hot rook from the last season. And Patrick Laine, Tamperen Tappara, Marc-Edouard Vlasic. I'm actually not sure, like Vlasic is probably will have a very difficult season ahead because for some reason San Jose decided to trade for Erik Karlsson, and so they already have Burns, and so both Burns and Karlsson are super offensive, so they can't play together. They need a very reliable defensive defenseman to play with them. So it's like will Vlasic be playing with both of them or what? Honestly, I don't have any sense what like San Jose management was doing. At the same time, so San Jose has stuck deep, but like for instance, they're really weak at center. So it would make sense for them to go after something like Pajama Boy, but instead they decided to sign with another defenseman like pretty useless, Christian Hischier. So extending the teams to 12 players results in this situation where there are a lot of nobodies like Christian Hischier in this album. But again, I'm not criticizing the innovation, because at least like unlike Topps, which just prints the same boring MLB sticker collections from year to year, where the logos don't even face the space allocated to them, Panini like makes certain small changes every year. A lot of people are wondering why. So unfortunately, this year there will also be these puzzle photos, and as always with Panini, given how they cut them, it's going to be a huge pain in the ass to find a perfect fit. Yeah, so a lot of people wonder, why does Panini issue this? That's a double. Like I already had this double of. I already got this Craig Anderson. Yeah, why does Panini issue put this set on sale before the season starts? The reason is that a lot of these sales happen at the NHL games, and so NHL preseason started last year, and this set was released also like in the middle of last year. So they're already selling these boxes and packs at the NHL games. So if they would issue it later, then they would forego sales. Like Niederreiter, Connor Murphy. Yeah, Eric Carlson still with Senators, but it's understandable because it's very recent. I think the trade was last week. Adam Larson. The 4th overall pick, Brock Boeser. I think Brock Boeser is the first rook who became the MVP of the All-Star game. Sebastian Aho from Carolina. It's actually interesting that there's also another Sebastian Aho in the league, a Swedish Sebastian Aho. He's playing for New York Islanders, but the Swedish Aho is nowhere near as good as Finnish Aho. Yeah, and Stanley Cup Champions logo. Also, like artificially increasing the number of the stickers doesn't benefit collectors at all. Like even I think with almost 600 stickers and 5 stickers per pack, I think a lot of collectors will just not complete this album. And again, I already got this line of star players. It's just double. Got it. I don't have any sense why did Okposo decided to sign with Buffalo. Islanders were offering him exactly the same contract, and of course both teams like suck deeply, but Gibson, Andrew Colliano. But I still think like Islanders is like have like more potential than Buffalo. At least like if Islanders spend money, a lot of players will come. I don't think like a lot of players will come to Buffalo even if they will spend money. Alexander Barkov, the new captain of Florida Panthers. Yeah, Rasmus Ristolainen. Not many of you would believe, but Rasmus Ristolainen was picked later than Darren Nurse in the draft. I think Darren Nurse was something like 7th overall, and Ristolainen was 9th overall. Of course, the differences in their skill are pretty dramatic. Yeah, Panarin. He will probably not sign with Blue Jackets. I hope Blue Jackets are smart to trade him, because Islanders didn't want to trade the Pajama Boy, and he just left for nothing. So I think Columbus should just trade Bobrovsky and Panarin, because it will be. Because even with Bobrovsky and Panarin, the ceiling of that team is like the second round of playoffs, and so in my opinion, the second round of playoffs is the same as nothing. PK Subban, Mikhail Sergachev was traded from Canadiens. I think he's 9th overall pick from 17 draft, not from 2016 draft. Kate Kincaid, who actually might be the starter for Devil this season. Schneider was very sloppy at the end of the last season. Again, a double. God, there is a lot of double. You make a 600 sticker set, 5 stickers per pack, and so many doubles. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be not gonna be very fun to try. Or it can be fun, but it's not gonna be cheap to complete this set this year. New York Islanders, you can see this picture of Long Island, and this season they're actually going back to Nassau Coliseum, which is a very bad news for me, because it's a big trouble to get there, especially on weekdays, while it's the location of Barclays Center where youth to play is super convenient for me. Mikko Koivu. Philip Grubauer and Columbus. Blue Jackets. Jean-Gabriel Pageon. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And bobblehead of Ken Fowler surrounded by skid marks. And Jimmy Benn. Marcus Johansson, a former Washington Cap. Hubs logo. And Johnny Hockey. Austin Matthews, Pekka Rinne. It was a close call between Pekka Rinne and Andrei Vasilevsky last year for the Vezina Trophy winner, but I think it's a fair decision that Rinne got it, because he had a much more consistent season than Vasilevsky. Anze Kopitar, yeah, he will get a good wing in terms of Ilya Kovalchuk this season. Niklas Backstrom, Bo Horvat, Big Boo, Bro Horvat. Oh, and Alex Ovechkin with the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Rickard Rakell, Danish player. A lot of Danish players now in the NHL. Semyon Varlamov, a very athletic goaltender, but his career is pretty much killed by all these injuries. And Sergei Bobrovsky, who who Blue Jackets should definitely trade away, because otherwise he will just leave for free. Like, not a bad set at all. Like, nice stickers. It's also interesting. There's 12 players per team, but it's I'm actually not sure I will go for completing the whole set, because it's 600 stickers, 5 stickers per pack. It's gonna cost me like quite a bit to complete it, and we'll finish it with the Calder Trophy winner Mathew Barzal, who will hopefully replace Pyjama Boy for Islander this season.